Okay. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Miyoko from Japan. Welcome back to my channel. I'm live from Fukuoka Prefecture, Japan. How are you guys doing? Hello, all. Hello. You're the only one right now. But yeah, I got to come here on time, which is very rare. But I'm happy I'm here. Howdy. Howdy. Hello. How's it going? Oh man, how many days left until the midterms? Today is I think I heard from the Fox News that like 11 days or so. I haven't counted. What days is it? 30th? So when is Halloween? Halloween is like 31st or 30. I don't even know. I never care. Halloween is a thing now. Okay, it's the end of this month. Um yeah. Hey, Yoko is the best. I am. Thank you. あ太宰府市、青葉台から見ています。お、ちょっと今日は違う。若干移動されてますね。いらっしゃいませ。いつもありがとうございます。おはよう、おはよう。I woke up in the morning. Yay. That's a winner. I'm a night owl, so I wake up like late. I mean, I go to sleep. I mean, I fall asleep at like 4 in the morning every day. Like I try to go to sleep at 12 or so, but then I can't fall asleep because I'm stuck home all the time. I am what's called hikikomori, basically, or just a nerd. Like everything is done on my computer or my phone, so I don't have to go out anymore. So I'm always stuck home, and that means that I don't use my body enough to make myself tired, so I don't fall asleep at night. And yeah, but anyway, very elegant as always, Yoko. Thank you. Yes, my husband isn't home yet. Actually, we were at a gathering, like a political gathering, like a local one. Like, so we were there, and I just left there for this to make it in time. He will be home soon, though. Yay! Yay! 29th here still. Oh yeah, I'm in the future. So, aloha, aloha. The Lyft celebrity when Rand Paul was attacked, including Nancy Pelosi's daughter. So I have no sympathy for Pelosi. She will thankfully lose control of the House. Oh, did they celebrate? I don't remember how their reaction was, but yeah, I when I heard about the news of Nancy Pelosi's husband being attacked, the intruder thing. It, it almost like broke my heart, like because he's 82. Nancy Pelosi is 82 too, and whatever political things that you have on mind, like I just feel terrible as a person. So I'm like, whoa, and I'm glad that he didn't die or anything. Like, but being injured at that age, that's like it can cause death. Actually, my grandma actually already passed away, but she was really good, and she was in the 90s, in her 90s. But one day she stepped off the bus, like when she was getting on or off the bus, and then so she broke her hip bone or something. And then uh, s- the surgery went successful, but she started to visit the hospital, and she had to be in hospital for a while, and so that stole her, like took away her muscle. So then the health declined. So yeah, I was just back having a backflash of that, and I felt bad about it. But yeah, and it's good that conservative people, though, like I saw Ted Cruz and Laura Ingraham and other people, like influence, those who have influence, like they were showing sympathy for that, like other than that, like they say all the things that they have to say, but yeah, I just felt bad though. Yeah, it's so weird. And but the problem that I have with that though is that um every time Democrats are attacked or something, then they, like, especially the media, report on that. But remember Black Lives Matter? When BLM people were killing people, they didn't focus on that. It was about the human rights, even though they're taking the lives of like people that have nothing to do with racism. It's crazy. My husband's home. But yeah, yeah, he should be proud that I started this stream on time. Yeah. Hi, Yoko. Hello. My park had a Halloween festival. Just got back from it. Oh, so many anime costumes like Naruto, Bleach, and Demon Slayer. Awesome. That's so, like, as Japanese, we are very happy, to see foreign people enjoying our culture or our works. It's amazing. Like, it's something like anime, like if you like anime or whatever, something from another country, that means that you actually have the common value with those who created that thing. So like for me, I enjoy like American TV shows and so on. So, and of course, like I overall like American English based stuff. And so like through that, like through the works that's there, through the creation, like we enjoy, we are actually um enjoying the common values. And I think that's the interesting and good part, um in interacting like this. November 1st is All Saints Day, aka Hallows Day. Oh, hence Halloween was Hallows Eve. Huh. I never knew. Thank you. I had never even thought about it. Wow, cool, 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 cool. I'm just thinking about what happens in Tokyo, So on Halloween, these kids, man, like these young teenagers and those who are in the 20s, they have a problem with attention. They have such a strong desire for approval. So many people, like those people and foreigners living in Japan, they do cosplays. And the cosplays are fun, it's cool, but they flood into Shibuya area of Tokyo, and they don't just enjoy hanging out. They Some of them go like start rioting basically. Like one time, like a few years back, this these foreigners flipped the truck that was there, and I'm like, yeah, like that was a violent riot, and we were all shocked. Japanese people were shocked. And um every year Halloween divides us, those who want to enjoy, like the young kids that don't think about the society. They are all self-centered, so they just do cosplay and so forth, hang out with friends, and also just go to the city and enjoy with all the rest of the similar people, right? But they just go there for attention and just to have fun. And then, so that's Halloween. The next day, so that's the Hallow Eve, right? Hallow's Eve. And the next day, you know, what happens is that those kids have left the city, and the good-hearted people without cosplay, they come clean the city. So, and that's our tradition now. That's been going on for, I don't know, maybe like a decade or something like that. So like every year we're like, please no more Halloween. Some someone from the authority, I think from the city hall or something. I don't even remember, but someone with a title was speaking on TV, and I saw the screenshot of that. But he was saying how these people are perverts, perverts doing cosplay. Like that's how angry he is because he's one of the locals. But anyway, I talk too much. This is a Q&A session, so just leave whatever question that you want to ask. Okay. Let's go to the bottom. Ted Cruz is a fake conservative. I think that we have, in Japan, we have Ted Cruz type, those who are good, but, they're doing the job, so they don't go too crazy. So, like, they compromise and so on. Hello, Yoko-san. Hello. How are you? I'm so hungry. It's noon. I've been up since 7 today, I think. I wanted to wake up at 5:30, but then my snooze went on and off because that's what I did. And then so I went on and off. And I was finally up at 7 or so. But anyway. Nancy originally supported defund the police, and now they see the consequences of that. I like that. Yeah, like, do you see what happens, right? Man, it's remember the sanctuary city situation? What happened to that? Those people, the illegals, were sent to sanctuary cities. Yeah, that's what you get, right? And also in New York, I was watching Fox News today, and I saw how they were talking about. Oh, actually, I think it was a New York candidate for New York, and their topic was how dangerous New York now is, and how New York is a liberal place, and they want to defund the police, but look what's happened. I feel so bad though. Like, man, people want to go to New York. People in the world, including me, actually want to visit New York. But like, but on Twitter, I see lots of video footage, showing how people are on New York subway, and I'm like, I guess I'm not going there. So scary. The intruder, he was crazy. He was a crazy dude. Violence is not okay. Yes, yes, yes. So, actually, some people here in Japan was comparing the violence here. The assassinator who took the life of former Prime Minister Abe. So that's violence against democracy. So, people here, some of us were comparing that to the intruder, to Nancy Pelosi's place, because the guy obviously was looking for Nancy Pelosi. Where's Nancy? Right? It's so crazy. But was he in underwear or something? Like, I read something like that, but I don't know where the information comes from. Hey Yoko, did you say you are in Fukuoka Prefecture? Yeah, Fukuoka. Right? I'm looking for a homestay program there. Oh, yes, I live in Fukuoka. Really good place. Like, it's one of the best cities in the world to live in, because it's often said that it's international because people from China and Korea often come. Like, it's so close, so it's easy to come. And also, like, we have the history of our, what you call, like, a harbor, being international. It's our history. And also, it's often said that it's a compact city, so you get the ocean, river, forest, and the big city, and airports and everything, and transportation, which is like a hub on the island, so you can go to all these places. So yes, and the food is so good. fresh fish and just good stuff. So like when I go to other prefectures, foods are not. It's not because of my mother, like my tongue. It's not because I'm from here. It's just tastes better here. But anyway, yeah, you should definitely consider that. The gathering in the morning today, actually, we were talking about the national security of Japan and how the Mongolian Empire. What is it called in English? Uh, mm, how do I even look that up? Maybe I should just Mongolian Mongolian Empire, I guess. You know how they had a massive empire, and during that time, they came to Japan twice, like the big one, and our soldiers, our bushi, how do you say that, like a samurai type of people back then, fought back, and also the divine wind helped us, like aka typhoon came and hit those vessels. So yeah, we survived somehow. But yeah, we were talking about that, and I was just thinking to myself, like, there are so many remains of that show our national security from that time. How, and it just shows how important Japan is, and also how Fukuoka, my prefecture, and also Nagasaki, where US base and everything is, like they have a harbor, and it's like, geographically speaking, it's like our island. Like there are four main islands in Japan, but it's our island in the south is very important when it comes to national security. And so it might be a good idea to think of a tour for foreign people to show around. Like, I was thinking about it, maybe I should do like a launch a project or something, like a, what you call, um I forget, like a fund, online fund or something. But yeah, there seems to have been a relationship between Paul Pelosi and his attacker. Really? Then I'm not as, I don't know, as shocked or sorry, I guess. But wait, the attacker is supposed to be like a pro-Trumpy person, though, right? Because that's what I read on our newspaper. This is our Sankei Shimbun, like conservative-leaning newspaper, and this is today, October 30th, Sunday. Yes, I'm in the future, and this is the front page, man. Front page. Pelosi. Pelosi. This first word, Pelosi. And so, husband in critical condition, and Pelosi herself was not home. A man arrested, and Pelosi. So, yes, it's a big deal. But anyway, yes. So, according to the U.S. media, it says Depapi, the suspect, was posting things on social media, and he said that the election in the 2020 was stolen, and he repeatedly posted pro Republican Trump things, like messages on social media. And also he was criticizing the investigation for January 6th and so on. So yeah, from that I thought that he was supposed to be pro-Trump. Yeah. But yeah, it also says though that for the midterms there are 550 candidates of Republicans, and 36%, about 36%, agree to how, the election was stolen. And it's only about 14% of them that approve the election. So yeah, it also talks about how influential Trump is for midterms and blah blah blah. But yeah, the Hawaii news here is crap. You're in Hawaii? I want to visit Hawaii. Oh, like, I there's not so many places that I want to visit, but Hawaii is, and also maybe I should go to Guam too, just for national security viewpoint. I wanna I wanna go to see how it's like, what it's like there. And also I wanna go to Pearl Harbor too. So yeah, my leftist lies. Yeah. I don't think there is any media outlets today that are like, a country with healthy media. I don't think that exists in the world today, especially in developed countries. Hey Yoko, what do you think about all the tourists pouring into Japan again? I was visiting Nara recently and there was a ton of them. Yeah. We can't avoid that. And also, man, it sucks that we have to depend on tourism to boost our economy, I guess. And right now, of course, Japanese people are suffering. Like, we can't afford to live like we used to. We have to be wise and cut our expenses and so on. But meanwhile, foreigners come and buy all the Japanese things that they can while they can. And they're enjoying that. But, looking back in history, Japanese people, like, I guess in the 80s or so, people from here were going overseas and buying up stuff, just like Chinese people come and buy our stuff. It's, I guess it's just a flaw in the world. But I hope that this is not permanent though. And at the same time, I'm a little worried about the COVID related health situation, because you have your own premise, in other countries, but here our standards are so high, which is actually not doing us any good, both economically and health wise, because people get sick from thinking about all these diseases and so on. So it's not healthy. But yeah, when people from overseas come, all the virus and everything are attached to them, and they'll come here. So I don't know what's gonna happen, man. Yeah. But I realized though that I was at the gathering this morning, and I was hearing why Japanese samurais back in the day, when the Mongolian Empire military groups, when they came, our soldiers fought back, right? But why did they fight? Why did they fight back against them? Because they were not getting any, they couldn't get much money or anything. They were fighting for their own reason. And the reason that the guy that was explaining today, at least according to him, he was saying that the Mongolian Empire, of course, this Korean Peninsula was included, and the south part was doing business with our people, those soldiers back in the day. Like, there you had a good trade going on. But and the Mongolian Empire wanted to take that place. Right, wait, actually I need to make sure that place. Southern Song. Southern Song. Oh, it's actually China. I didn't study history much back in the day. Southern Song Dynasty. So Mongolian Empire wanted to take that, but they were doing business with Japan, like Japanese prefectures. It's not prefectures at that time, but you know what I mean. But anyway, so they were doing business with us. So Mongolian Empire thought that, by shrinking the trade, they can weaken the what's the name again? Nansong, so the southern Song. So yeah, in order to get that place, they wanted to attack Japan, so that the trade will be gone. So then the the place that they wanted to take will be weakened by that because economy is the heart of a country, right? So that's that was their plan. So that's interesting because I was comparing, like hearing that, I compared in my head like how Trump administration was doing to America, and people didn't get that, like Trump administration wanted to like shifted the policy, dramatically. Like America was fighting against terrorism in Middle East, and during Obama, no, Trump administration, they shifted to the war against China. So they started the trade war against China, but it's not about trade only. Like of course trade is included, right? Like you want to win there economically too, but the biggest picture is that the what I see at least is hegemony, the world's hegemony, and it's like America or China, which country is going to lead the world from now on. So Trump wanted to make sure that America leads, right? So an economy is the heart of a country, so they were attacking tackling that. And Trump's idea in general, I was actually reading this morning about how Trump administration did economically, because my impression is that Trump was doing well, and actually the what you call I need to remember unemployment, of course, unemployment rate got way like it got lower during Trump administration. But the article I was reading was actually pointing out how people like older people were retiring, so because of that there was less competition, so more people were able to find jobs better and so on. So that might be just their narrative, I don't know. But anyway, but still, Trump administration was doing well, and COVID hit and so on, and like people don't think about w- what was good about Trump. And the article was pointing out how um the American economy was not fixed as much as Trump was saying. So that's a pretty severe criticism. But he also said that it was affected by the trade war with China, right? And of course, but you have to sacrifice a little bit to win in the big picture. So yeah, all this battle against the battle in economy is very, very important, but I don't think the Biden administration gets it. Do they get it? And they were lying. I saw on Fox News that how they were lying. Like I saw some kind of picture. I don't remember what it was about, but I got a screenshot. I can't see the screenshot because it's on my phone. But anyway, I talk too much. La, la, la. I'm glad you enjoy our entertainment here too. It's nice to hear. Thank you. Yes. I'm so man, you know how like starting from Hitler and everything, like that's modern, but all this brainwashing actually works, like if you see movies, oh man, like you just get brainwashed. Like in China, the I hear that they have lots of anti-Japan movies, and they grow up with that. And of course, they're gonna be. And uh, our one of our critic here, he's Japanese, but he's very familiar with U.S. politics because he has many friends, like in the Navy and everything. But he said that he recently finally saw Top Gun, And his reaction was that he was impressed that America made a movie about it in such a touching, like moving tone, because when Japanese people make movies about military and so on, it's basically tragic, or it's just like it makes you frustrated. And I mean, good, there are good movies, but but American movies, it motivate you, like it's happy ending usually, and you're like, yeah, like we're gonna fight, we're gonna win. Like it lights up your heart, like you get fired up. And Americans are just good at that, like so good. So yeah, I wish that our country would learn from that. Hmm, anyway, be careful of modern woke social justice warriors shows here in America, though most of them bash Trump's unethical. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm aware, but I enjoy their perspective, because I'm not afraid of them taking over my mind, like I'm like actually interested in how they think, because I'm like, why? you know, like every day I look at what Democrats are saying, or leftists in general, like whether they're from here or there. I just look at them and I simply wonder how their thought process is structured. So, it's I think it's important to get the sense, like what kind of world do they live in, So, but and even though I understand to a certain extent, like liberal people, I actually do understand where they're coming from and what they want to achieve and so on, and I get where they're coming from. But what I don't get is I saw a video on Twitter yesterday. It was a guy. I think he's, I don't know, like, oh, maybe a teenager, but old enough, in a restaurant, and he had this dog mask, like it was pretty much a dog, it was not fluffy, but it's, you know like a dog, and he kept saying like, "Ah, ah, 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 ah." And there's this plate in front of him. It's like, but he somehow uses a fork. I'm like, what the hell am I watching? Like, at least if you're a dog in public, at least do the job, Like, he was like halfway through it. My face goes so red so easily. But anyway, so odd. Just so odd. Like, I enjoy, being goofy and being childlike, but that's not human rights, Like, nobody is stopping you from, liking what you like, but in public, you just have to play along, And it's not about human rights, it's about courtesy and just co-living. And for example, like, let's say I don't like to be dressed nice because it's annoying, I actually don't like I like to, sometimes I like to, dress up and so on, but at home I'm in a jersey and my hair is so messed up. I don't even wear makeup, and it's like I'm like an old fat dude, seriously. Like, I'm nasty at home usually. But in public, I want to look good and, act like other people so that other people will be, will appreciate it. Like, it's fun that way. It's better so that we can do more things, rather than being distracted by all the all the things that you find wrong or weird. Like, it's the common rules, but some people don't get it, and that's a problem, I think. Oh man. Anyway. Hi Yoko, what is your take on Putin's speech in Putin's speech? Wasn't it? a long time ago, but yeah. Okay. I see from 2 days ago here on BBC. Hmm. So Putin is saying from this article that I see on BBC in Japanese, it's talking about how after the World War II is the most dangerous 10 years that we are facing. So basically, he's bashing the West, right? Hmm. Man, I I'm not too familiar with what Putin is saying, but from my like where I stand as a Japanese citizen is that we have fought against Russia in like the early 1900 and won, and also the World War II we fought again, we lost, but and especially after the World War II or towards the end of the World War II, like we had a deal, we had this treaty with Soviet Union, but they dropped it, like they just discarded it and invaded into Japan, and also they took our islands. Also of course, like they slaughtered our people. Like it was like we thought that like we surrendered, but they came in and slaughtered more, and also how people were in Manchuria, like Japanese people. So like after when the war ended, people started to come back to Japan from there. But Soviet Union soldiers raped all the women, even pregnant women. And yeah, no, actually, like yeah, young women. And when they came back to Japan, there's actually this like a memorial, like a big stone in my prefecture, showing that it was a hospital place for what you call, I forget the word, abortion. Yeah, abortion, because they were like women were raped by Soviet Union soldiers, and they had the baby with those rapists, and so they had to, like, I'm against abortion, but that's a different story. And so those women wanted to do something about it, and so they were secretly getting surgeries. But back then, of course, they don't have the medicine to ease your pain, but that's how much they wanted to do it. And those who were just mortified by being raped, they just killed themselves, like jumping off from the ship and so on. And it's so tragic what happened to Japanese people. And so as growing up, like I hear stories like that. So like, and Putin is the kind of politician who wants to reverse the history, right? And Soviet Union collapsed, but he wants to regain that. And we Japanese do not like Soviet Union. We actually, like me personally, I hate Soviet Union, historically speaking. So I think that, but the sad part is that the picture of the war hasn't changed because our geographic aspect never changed. The Earth is the same pretty much. Like it's alive and it moves here and there, but during our time, things never change. Geography remains the same. So our politics from that is the same, and we have been doing the same war. But this time, though, Japan is on the side of the West. So America, the UK, Australia, and NATO countries, and so I think that like I think we've been like trying and trying and trying, and this time I really hope that we get to win like completely, so that sort of leaders won't come again. But But it's so hard though because Putin keeps threatening with nuclear weapons, so we can't go in to attack. But I was actually watching the news yesterday and it was showing how Russian people, that were supposed to be soldiers, they escaped. How many was it? I think I heard like 30, 100,000 people or more, like Russians escaped because they don't want to become soldiers there because they don't even know how to use the gears, like all the weapons and so on. Like nobody teaches you. Like it's so out of control, like literally. And they can't, yeah, so they left. And some of them actually are here too in Japan. So they were talking about it. So maybe they will just collapse from the inside. So that's the only hope that we have, I guess. Especially being from Japan, we can't do much militarily, like we can send all the weapons and so on for, I mean, the vest and so on. It's not the pew, 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 like not the weapons, but uh, yeah, we can still send aids at least to Ukrainian people. Yeah. But in the meantime, though, how I see it is that, sorry, I'm not too familiar with the speech, but the big picture, I'm more about the big picture. So I was thinking how, the Ukrainians are fighting against Russia. And so right now, the Western nations, of course, including Japan, though, we were helping Ukraine, right? But that's actually a good time, like a good chance for Xi Jinping in China. For CCP, now is a good time to invade Taiwan or Senkaku Island, Japan, because we are all about Russia right now, and we don't have enough budget right now. All like our economy is bad in each nation, at least on the side of us. So like on the free world countries, we are suffering economically, and we are spending lots of time and costs to Ukraine. And so that's like we are getting depleted, and CCP sees that. And so if I was Xi Jinping, of course, like, now is a good chance to take Taiwan or Japanese Senkaku Islands or Okinawa. So I do hear that American military people pointing out that we were expecting the invasion by CCP like in a decade or something like that. But now they're saying like, oh, it can happen like right away. So yeah, of course, right, man. And then the midterms, though. The midterms is really like it's right in front of us. And even though I come from another country, America is a big player in this, like main player. So I'm really just seeing this, it's not only about America, obviously. If you come to New York City, be sure to bring some bread. What? Why? No food there? Oh, because it's so expensive, right? The crazy part is that our princess, former princess, like she's no longer our princess because she got married, but she got married with this man who is now he finally passed an exam to become a lawyer in New York. So they moved to New York. So we were hearing like, oh, New York in general, it's, the living cost is so expensive and blah blah blah. And then we hear all this inflation, and now I hear how criminals are working around in New York, and I'm truly worried. I hope that nothing happens to them. Nothing bad happens to them. Mm. What? What? Rumor has it that both were in their underwear. The intruder and Nancy Pelosi's husband. What kind of party is that? Why? Maybe they were doing Halloween. Just kidding. I don't know. 다시 데레 여가 다시 데레. Yeah. Yep, 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 yep. Okay, let's go. I gotta hurry and read more comments. Oh man, it's already 45 minutes? I've been talking so much. Wait, who? Hmm. No, he's not. He's a leftist. The intruder. He's part of Green Party. That's awful. Man, so the media is lying? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I've read Paul Pelosi attacker was or is left wing and no right wing. Man, such an information war. Sorry, I'm so slow. That's like 20 minutes ago. The comments. Sorry, sorry. Trump supporter in San Francisco. I bet there are so many in San Francisco. When I first started to talk about Trump back in 2015 or 16, early 16, I guess mainly. Um, yeah, people reached out, and many were actually from San Francisco or California. I mean, and I see often that my viewers here are from California. They claim he was a pro-Trump person, but they doesn't seem to be any good data to show that. We do know though that the guy was a nudist. An official nude man. What a world we live in. So, like sometimes I just don't get the difficult part of American politics is that there are lots of rich people, and often like politicians too are rich, and I don't know that world, how it works there and their culture and everyday life. So weird. It's interesting. Pro Trump, that's false, Yoko-san. Thank you. Now I read. Now I see your comments. Sorry. 20 minutes later. Sorry. Hawaii was nice when I was last there 20 years ago. I bet it was. Like I want to see the ocean too. It's probably beautiful. I feel Hawaii has a sad history though. But I mean, time was different back in the day. So, man, it's so crazy that, like, yeah, like we're lucky that we're here today like this. That if we were born in a different time, things would be so much different. And I don't know if I could have survived. Oh, super chat. I see super chat. Thank you for your super chat. America must be a very strange and confusing place to learn about sometimes. Yes, exactly. So weird. It's so mixed, not only the race and cultures, it's just American people in general. Like rich people and also big corporation. It's like so suit up and so like professional at presentation. But other times people are like middle class people in let's say like countryside. They're so laid back and they have a gun and like shoot and yeah, like that's my meal or something like that. I don't know, but that's the impression that I have. Like so down to earth and yeah. But like people in New York, of course, it's due to like political influence. I guess is there, but yeah, women in the city, they're like yeah, like high heels and so dressed up and big lips and so on. But like women, it's so crazy that it's the same country and both men and women, their look and act so differently. And it's so, yeah, it is so confusing. And also, back in the day, not too until not too long ago, I guess the Americans in general, they believed in Christianity a lot, but now it's fading, I feel. And I think that has a lot to do with how, American political discussions are now heating up, that if Christianity was as strong as before, I think that the country was able to unite more. But now more and more immigrants are coming in, and more diversity is made, like it's a good thing, of course we have to evolve and so on, but mm, it's difficult, right? Man, I have no idea what it's like to be American. Especially if you're immigrant. If you're born in an immigrant family, like I sometimes see like Asian people in America, right? Like I see their vlogs and so on, and I started to wonder, like when I was watching, like I haven't watched her lately, but I used to watch this Korean American liberal gal in California, and I was impressed by how good, like how huh? How I can't even form the sentence. How good her English is, But of course she's American, but she looks so Korean. Like her blood is Korean, but she's such a native, right? And it's so weird. Like this is my country, but people look all different, and like I don't have that sense as a Japanese, and I'm glad that I don't get it, but at the same time, sometimes I do wish that I could get it, like what it's like. Like I can't even imagine. So, but it comes back to, actually I was thinking about um how history has consequences, and Europe, for example, is suffering from immigrants. But that's because your past generations invaded those places and forced your language, so they speak your language. So that's like a revenge. you know they went to the south, and then they come back up, and yeah, it's so, yeah, man. And like living in the world today, we feel like the world map that we see is just steady, it's a stable, like, oh, it's not gonna change, we have the impression, but I realize like it keeps changing, like back and forth. Hmm. Does Japan really not have insulation in homes? What is that? Ins- sound to mm, something to shut? Why? What? I wonder. Oh, there's this spam thing. I'm gonna block that. I didn't notice that. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I'm missing a lot of comments. Let's see. My husband's 20 minutes ago. Hello everyone, I'm joining now. I'm joining now. That's grammatically wrong. I'm going to join now. Would make sense, right? every time every time my husband writes an email in English, I have to proofread for him. But I'm not a native speaker, so I don't know. Japanese horror movies are really good. Yeah. I used to be called Sadako. Do you know Ring? The horror movie Ring? Yeah, I forgot what time yoga started. Usually it's set at 12 in Japan, and I don't know the time difference now. Wait, EST time. Let's. あー、今1時ぐらいでしょ今じゃないのうん。So it's 11 p.m. EST is the time that I'm aiming at, but I'm not very punctual. I'm not very Japanese on that. What? My Okinawan brother-in-laws love Top Gun. Oh, yeah. We must know the enemy, says Anas. Yes. What is the name of those Japanese dolls that are used to bring harm to others? It looks like Japanese voodoo. Oh, wara ningyo. Uh, wara ningyo. Eiko. Straw doll? A straw figure. Yeah. St. I can't say st. Such a difficult pronunciation. Student. Station. Like, I gotta practice like that. Like student. Station. I'm weird. Sorry. A lot of Halloween parties tonight, obviously. I didn't go to one. I'm with you. I'm with you. Like literally right now. I'm with you, but yeah, I'm not a party person to begin with. Yeah. Oh, your son is in the Navy? Cool. Thank him for his service. Okay. The Japan. Oh yeah, I read that. Let's see. German women and girls went through a lot of horrible torture. Yeah, during after World War II by Soviets. Yes. I'm aware of that. Hollywood and the mainstream media never allows it to come to light. Oh, good point. Good point. Yeah, because especially because we lost, Japan and Germany, like we both lost in the war. So, and of course, winners write the history. So, well, yeah, I did like while researching how Japanese women suffered in that during that time, here, because I went to the memorial and I wanted to write about it in my book. Um, Back in the day, the book is already published in Japanese, but yeah, I did read about German women too, because I think the Soviet Union had an order to rape those women. At least that's what I read. I don't know if it was backed up by some kind of evidence, but I did read that there was an order to rape those women and so on. Like, I guess it's about blood. Are you aware that Biden hired ISIS and Al Qaeda to fight the war in Ukraine? No, I didn't know that. That's true? Oh man. It's so twisted in many ways. Do you have any thoughts on the Darrell Brooks situation? He was found guilty of murdering people in Parade driving SUV into November 21st, 2021. He defended himself in court. No, do I know that case? Darrell Brooks. Oh, it's recent? This article is awesome. It's titled, Who is Darrell Brooks? Huh. No, I'm not familiar. Darrell was convicted October 26, 2022 of 6 counts of first-degree intentional homicide and 70 other counts related to Wasukesha Christmas Parade in November 2021. Huh. No, I didn't know that. Should I look into it? Oh, super chat! Super chat! Super chat! Wait, super chat. Thank you for super chat. We have a saying, sins of the fathers based on a Bible verse, Ezekiel 18:20, which actually promises the opposite, that we won't pay for what our parents do, but only what we do. That's good. That's good. Yeah. So hopefully the immigrants would understand. I mean, I think that, like, let's say, for example, I am a Japanese person, right? And I love America. And let's say that I want to live in America for a while. I would completely respect the rule of law, right? But somehow, somehow, I wonder why illegal people become illegal. But especially like the southern border of America, I guess the people are just desperate to come in. But criminals are different. Like it's mixed, so I can't really say anything. But as for Europe, when I see Europe, I see like black people in Britain, and also I actually have an Egyptian friend. I don't know the history of Egypt though, with Europe, but married this guy in the UK. My friend, though, my Japanese friend got married with a French guy, and she couldn't live there anymore, though, in France because there were so many immigrants and it got dangerous. So they moved, but hmm, yeah, yeah, we have to think of what we do, right? Yes, yes. It's funny though. Okay, so that's usually how we think, right? But in South Korea, is it the previous, no, I think two presidents before the current one, Park Geun-hye, the female, who was he she was the president during Obama time, maybe a bit of Trump too, but she used to say, in order to unite Korean people, Korean presidents often use anti-Japan campaigns, and she would say that this hatred will not um, change for 1,000 years. No, like thousands of years. Like she was saying how she will hate Japan forever based on the annexation time. Like, why do I hear my voice? My husband has opened the door. I don't know what he's doing. He's listening to me. Do you see me? My husband is watching my stream in the living room in the gigantic screen. Oh, thank you for super chat. The usual. That's a cool super chat. Yeah, usual. Thank you. I really, really appreciate it. Yes, yes, thank you. That makes my day. I love super chats. Because of course, like I want to be rewarded, right? So yeah. Anyway, man, it's been an hour. I should get going soon, but I want to read the comments too. I feel like I'm missing too much today. Yoko, are there pandas in Japan? Yes, in Ueno Zoo and elsewhere, I think. Is it only in Ueno? I don't know. But pandas, by the way, they belong to Tibet, not China. Ha ha. Like we all somehow misunderstand, but because China campaigns it, right? they say like, oh, panda is China, and here's Chinese name. Like they give Chinese name to pandas, and we assume that pandas are from China. Okay, we misunderstand. No, there's no panda in China. It's Tibet. They stole from Tibet, and they made it their products. So that's very important. Oh, I see another super chat. Yes. The usual. My viewers have become so cool. It's like the mind image that I have, mind picture that I have right now is like it's like a bar in Texas. I don't know why. Like when I hear the unusual, okay. um like it's a bar in Texas or something with a cowboy hat, like yeah, the usual. But this is unusual. But no, you gave me super chat last week too, right? I remember. Thank you. Thank you for your support. The unusual. You stole my line. No, he didn't really steal. He was inspired by your line. Oh, okay. You said it unusual too? Okay. Okay, now I get it. I man, I wish my eyesight was better. Like I do have contact lens. I use contact lenses and I can see perfectly, but sometimes maybe I'm just getting old. Who knows? Yeah. Stay. It's like Yoko, stay, stay. Uh, Yoko, I hear my voice. I'm like a dog sometimes. I'm like, you know. Sup, husbando. Cheers from America. Thank you. Yeah, your husband is watching from the other compartment like a good husband. Yep, yep. Maybe next year I should just put him next to me when I do live streams. Because, what's fun when I interact with people from overseas is that, like in person, I do the translation for him. And of course, my husband is familiar with the world. Like he reads so many books. He's read many books. Like there are a ton of books in his room, and it can actually fit in his room, even though we have put many bookshelves. So like it's in the hallway too, and yeah, he knows a lot of things like history too, and religion and everything. So it'd be fun if you could talk to him too. So Britain now has many foreigners that its prime minister doesn't even look British. Oh yeah, what happened to Britain? Liz, was it Liz Truss? Yeah, 44, 45 days only. Her term was so short, but it was due to she couldn't do the tax cuts that she wanted to do, right? That's unfortunate though. I wonder like, how the politics is in the UK. Like, I wonder if it's like America and the establishment is there and they want to take money, you know. Like it's so I'm so obsessed with America, but somehow other English speaking countries I haven't like if you think about it, I understand English like good enough to follow the news. So I could read the news from the UK and Australia, but somehow or Canada, but I'm not I'm not checking, which is not good. I have to do that. Mm-hmm. Huh? What is the name of that village in Japan that is populated by dolls? Eh? I have no idea. Uh, nin- if I can Google. 人形村。違うかな。Oh, maybe this one. There are more dolls than humans. Maybe this one. Let's see. With the Kakashi. Where is this? Tokushima Prefecture? Nagoro? Nagoro, maybe. Oh, New York Times reporter visited. Wow. Man, this is so spooky. This is so spooky. You should see yourself. So spooky. Dolls. Okay, I put in the comment section. Our zoos make so much money from pandas loaned from China. Yes, yes, that's what I'm talking about. They do the business. It's a business, but the product is actually not theirs. Man. So crazy what China does. Yohabi loves seeing your face enlarged on the big screen. Yes, that's his thing. Hmm. Over 150 dead in Seoul, South Korea stampede Halloween party. What? 韓国ハロウィーン shoot. I feel so awful, man. I can't take news like this. Oh man, they fell down? Foreigners, 19 foreigners included, 151 dead, 82 injured. And the majority are 10 to 20 something years old. It's so freaking sad. Male, 54 male, 97 female. And among the foreigners, there are Chinese, Iran, someone from Iran, Uzbekistan, Norway, Russian women, two of them too. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow, that's like I have to calm myself down. That's so shocking. But it's just an accident though, right? Like every time there's a big gathering, like we are having one, as I said, in Shibuya area of Tokyo. And when that happens, of course, like we can't get rid of the threat of terrorism. So scary. You gotta man, I realize that it's a miracle every day that we're alive because things like that can happen, to anyone. Oh man, I feel really bad though for the kids, the young people. Why would that be so dangerous though? I wonder. I still can't forget this Korean ship, Sewol Go. There was a ship. It was, I don't know, less than a decade ago, I think the Korean ship went down, like it sunk in the sea, and young kids. Oh, my stomach made a sound because I'm hungry. Yeah, they a lot of them died because they couldn't swim and so on. Like the ship just sunk down. Oh, good night. I have to go. I'll watch the rest day. Cool, 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 cool. Thank you for coming to the stream. I know that it's late where you are. My husband is an immigrant but has the American culture with him. Cool. If that makes sense, yes. He's assimilated. Yes, my mom is Japanese but doesn't speak Japanese. Oh, cool. Man, so international. Such an international family. Nice, nice. Uh, my husband is like, the green superchat. Yes, I see that. Thank you. That claim about hiring ISIS was patently false. Ignore it. Oh, okay. You looked that up. Thank you for telling me. Yeah, like every time you have to make sure, right? Yeah, yeah. Just thinking with common sense. Yeah, it wouldn't happen. I mean, it was they have the chronological flaw, but yeah, it'd be bad. I don't think Biden is that stupid. Yeah, but oh, I can't read that. Is that in Tibetan or? Man, I'm so like I know that my stomach will make a sound. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Like it just really went against the grain of what Westerners think of Tibetan Buddhism. Yeah, what? Oh, I read once that Tibetan monks did cannibalism. Huh. Interesting. I mean, rituals usually, like when I see foreign rituals, like religious ones, they can be very like they have what you call um sacrifice, sometimes sacrifice and so on. Like I'm not very familiar with religions right now, but I have good books. For example, this is like English, Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. So like, and usually it's like, you see, Christianity and Judaism, and it's like in Japanese and English. So there are books like this, and I haven't read it. I'm so ready to study, and I never start. I'm the kind of person who gets ready to study, and then I get satisfied by that, and I end up learning all the essentials from people around me instead of me diving into it by my own. But anyway, oh man. Okay, I get Brits owned Egypt for a while, hence this is. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. True, true, true. When I look at the UK, did I say this before? That at their museum, Japanese people sometimes say that how at their museum they have all the stuff that they have stolen from the world. Like no offense, but that's what we hear in Japan. That yeah, my especially I hear that from my father. My dad often says stuff like that because his generation has problems with white people. Such a racist generation. But I get, I mean, there. I see the point though. That point that He wants to make. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. You missed so many comments. Oh my gosh, there's a fly, or is this a fly? You missed so many comments. No, no. Um, I'm scrolling up to see. Eh, the founding fathers, who also presided over the 1790 Naturalization Act, which limited immigration to Western Europeans. The 1965 Hart-Celler Act opened the floodgates to non-whites primarily. Oh. Oh, so founding fathers preside. What's preside? Can't believe that I still have to look up words like after studying for what, over 20 years. Oh, okay. 議長。司会をする、統括する、支配する。But so they limited immigration to Western Europeans. Interesting. Every state is like a little country within itself. Yeah, I agree. The school system really dements children. Dements. See, like I have to look up like every time. Oh, that's a strong word. Dement. Dement is dement. Okay, dement. School. Yeah, school. Oh my stomach. I lived in New York City 20 years ago for school, but I've never lived there. Now it's way too dangerous. It was actually safer right after 9/11. Yeah. How did it change though? Like in what way? Like how did that happen? Just immigrants in sanctuary city, or just the spread of drug, or it's because like when you hear New York, it's like Wall Street, and it's like ahead in the world and so on. Oh, my, oh, okay, okay. My husband is like time. It's a time, and also, he wanted to check the last super chat. Thank you. Last question from me: should pineapple be on pizza? No. Oh man. For you, like you have the discussion of pineapples, but here we have corns on top of pizza, and often people from overseas they complain that that's not pizza. But that sounds kind of tasty though, pineapple. If it's seasoned in a sweet way, then I might like it with cheese and pineapple. And if it's sweet, I can do that. Because actually, you know how Southern Mongolia is oppressed by China, and there are Southern Mongolian people, and sometimes I go to their eat at their restaurant, and this one place offers this fried cheese, and they put honey on it, and it's super good. So that convinces me that cheese and sweet stuff like honey and so on, that goes well. But on top of pizza, I don't know. But anyway, my husband is like, time, it's time, Yoko, you have to go. We need to go somewhere. I want to walk. So like, I have to go. So sorry I missed a lot of your comments. Husband is hungry, must be fed. Oh yes. I gotta feed him and walk him. Hmm. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your comments. I'm looking through it at least, so like it's in my head. Okay. 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 Why the sad face? Pineapple and ham pizza is awesome. Really? Man, we need to have a discussion of pizza next time. Yes, yes. Fried cheese and honey is amazing. Yes, yes. Oh, I'm starting to drool. Okay. Pineapple pizza is great. Really? I've never had it. I gotta. Maybe we should order tonight. But pizza here is super expensive, though. Just so you know. So it's like a luxury food here in Japan. So I can't. Yeah, it's like over $20 for this small, like this size. 20 bucks, 26. But now it's the calculation is different. But before this inflation is on the rate, then it's like this size and $26 or so. And that's common. But anyway, thank you so much for coming to the stream. I do this every Saturday for you, 11 p.m. EST, and that's a set time, but I'm random. So I'm the time I shift here and there, but I always come online. So make sure to follow me on Twitter so that you get all the notification, and also subscribe to this channel and get a notification. Okay. Thank you guys. Mata ne Yoko-san. Mata ne. Aloha yo. It's a great. Yep. Thank you. And thank you also for those who gave me super chats. And if you're watching this later in time, there's super thanks button at the bottom. So check that out or use that if you can. Oh, Conservative 101, my latest video. Please check that out also if you haven't. My husband is like, you gotta promote this video. So here it is. Yes, I made a video based on my husband's Japanese script. I translated that into English and I made a video with that. And so it's my latest video that's posted on this channel. So make sure to follow, no, watch that and like that and share. Okay. Oh man, we didn't talk about Twitter, but okay. You go stay. I have to go. My angry dog is in the living room. Oh, bye. Yeah. See you in a week, okay? And if you miss me, talk to me on Twitter at Random Yako. Okay, I'm gonna go. Have a good night or good day. Thank you again. ありがとうございました. See ya. See ya. Bye.